Alright, so welcome back guys, welcome to your first time here. I'm Vision Hero by Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be going over all the Power Rangers information we got over at Fan First Friday this past weekend. Now if Power Rangers is something you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. Don't miss more Power Rangers news from me moving forward. Now let's begin. So first up, I want to talk about the news regarding the Power Rangers franchise in regards to streaming. Now, as we all know, the entire PR library has been removed from Netflix, minus the first season of MMPR, Beast Morphers, and Ninja Steel. So all those are still on there. However, as we all know, the rest of the library of Power Rangers seasons has been removed. So as of late, it was reported at Fan First Friday that they're moving forward with putting Power Rangers on YouTube, and that'll, I guess, is going to be its new streaming service. Now, from what they said, pretty much is that they're doing this just because people are more on YouTube, kids are going to be on YouTube, so they're just going to start streaming it that way. Now, for my honest opinion, I think this is actually a really smart idea, good move. Like they said, a lot of kids are on YouTube these days. They're always watching these things, streaming, whatever. So putting it on YouTube, I think, is the greatest idea. Now, they also did mention that right now there's only Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge, along with the Power Rangers reversion that came out, I think, in 2010. So there's not much on there yet, but they are going to add more. So as of right now, those are the only seasons on there, but they will be adding more. But I do think this is a smart and good idea. It'll give parents and adults like us the possibility to watch it without having to pay for another streaming service and anything like that. So I like that idea. I think it's a smart move. And I don't know if they'll eventually move MPR to the streaming service and the other seasons, but that is what we know as of right now. And they did confirm that Dino Fury will be joining the library on Netflix later this year. Now, from there we moved into toy news. Now, they announced this, I guess, translucent megazord from MMPR. It is pretty cool. Right now I think this is just a prototype, either that or they're releasing this and then another one in color. But it is pretty cool. Personally, it's not something that I'm interested in, so I probably won't get it, but I will admit it is kind of cool. Now, I know there are a lot of people talking about how the Rangers being in the megazord's chest isn't accurate. From what I've heard from people saying is, one, they probably accidentally modeled it after the Thunder Zords in season 2, or it was just easier to put them there than the head, because I honestly think they did it there just because it would have been easier and there's more room in there. I feel like if they had done it in the actual helmet, the helmet would end up being huge and just look very awkward and not like at the same level of size as the rest of the Megazord. So I think how they did it, as much as it doesn't look accurate, is the only way they possibly could have done it without it looking like ridiculous and out of character in a way. Then we got this announcement for these, I guess they're tiny little figures. Honestly, again, these are things I don't care about. They're gonna do a Tommy and Jason release first, and then they have other ideas of characters they're going to be doing, like Pudgy Pig. They announced and a few others. Again, I think these are just like kind of small, little, like kind of like those keychain things. I don't think they're anything other than that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. But they're nothing really that I care too much about, so I'm probably not going to buy them. But definitely something cool and interesting that they're expanded and branching out on with Hasbro. So yeah, I'm going to admit that they're interesting, but just something I don't really care for. Now, I'm going to skip over the Lightning Collection news. I'm going to make that its own separate video. So right now we're going to go talking into the Megazord news that we got at the Fan First Friday. So we got a real first look at all the Megazords. They are pretty cool looking. And I guess they're going under this new term. I think they're called Zord Links or something like that. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's something around those lines of like Link Zords or Zord Links, something around those lines. And they did give us a sneak peek at all 5 Zords. And from what they're going to be doing is they're going to be releasing the main Red Ranger Zord, the T-Rex Champion Zord, I think it's called, and then it'll have its own packaging, and then both the Tiger Claw Megazord and I think it's the Ankylo Hammer Zord for the girls will be in its own pack, as well as the other 2, the Stego and I forget the other one and the Tricera Zord for the boys will be in another separate pack, which is really cool. I like how they're doing that. So we did get a show off of all those Zords, and I feel like I'm gonna be in the minority here, but I really don't like the name for the T-Rex Zord. I know it's getting a lot of praise and people love it, but it just seems a little too much over the top for me. I don't really like it when they do those kind of big names. I just prefer just being like how they named the other ones, the Enkiral Hammer Zord, those kind of names. Just they're just average. I don't need this whole big spectacular T-Rex champion Zord. It just sounds like ridiculous in my opinion. But again, I'm probably just in the minority here. I just don't like them. But yeah, from what I understand though is that the design people behind these Zords, I guess, are somewhat behind the Transformers line. So it looks like the Megazords are kind of modeled after Transformers now, which I think is actually a really smart and cool idea. It's something different that we haven't seen, and it branches out into different territory. And the way it looks, I feel like it is going to make it for easier ways to transform them into Zords and everything like that. Now, they also did announce that you can buy these separate packs and make your own unique Megazord. So you don't have just a standard, these pieces go here, it makes a Megazord. No, they're branching out to different areas where you can just buy the Tiger Claw and the Ankylo Zord along the main Dino Zord or T-Rex Zord, and make its own combination, or you could take all 5 pieces and make this whole like unique fan-made Megazord, which I think is really cool. It's something different and something that I think, like they said, will bring in new and old fans into the franchise. I think it's definitely something that is great. And plus, something I think Hasbro has done well, especially with the toy line, is make these things more something that both adult fans and the kids can get into. And I think this is one of those examples of where it is showing that they care about both their fans. Now, I know people might be saying that they are just putting on a show. They don't really, but I honestly believe that the guy who was showing off the Megazords actually kind of understood the fans, actually kind of liked and kind of understood and liked what he was promoting. I feel like he was genuinely excited to show off these Zords and these figures and everything. So I feel like he, whether or not it's real or not, I feel like he at least seems like he's someone that actually cares about people, the people buying these things, and actually genuinely excited for these Zords. And I also showed how, I guess, these new Ranger keys form the helmet, and I guess when you pop them off or whatever, you can kind of open them up like nesting eggs or something like that, and then there's these tiny little Rangers in them, which is kind of cool. I just think that those tiny Rangers will end up just getting lost, so they're not something I'm very interested in, but I definitely, for the past few years, I haven't just been buying the Zords, but these Zords actually look pretty cool, so I might actually try to get a few. Usually I would talk about how these Zords are going to be annoying to get, but at the same time, I think they're going for cheap. I think the 2 packs are only $12, and I think the Red Ranger's Zord is more expensive. Either way, I think it tallies up to what a regular Megazord would be. I think that it'll you just be under like that $40 margin that the Zords usually go for, which is fine by me. And like I said, I would usually worry about the stock and finding them in stores, because that is definitely an issue. I had that issue with Beast Morphers, and I kind of gave up on buying them last year just because I didn't care for them and I couldn't find them anywhere. But these, I think I'm going to move on to order them online. They did announce that these are available for pre-order online, so if you haven't already, definitely go put your order in and make sure you got it pre-ordered. I might do that. I'm gonna see what happens. I definitely am gonna get these, so I might just get them offline, and especially given the pandemic right now, I probably won't be going at the store, so I probably will definitely just order these offline instead of having to go and hunt them down at different stores. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on these new Zords in the comment section down below. Now, then we got into some Power Rangers Dino Fury TV news. Now we got the first look at the poster for Dino Fury, and I really do like it. I think it's very cool looking, definitely represents what the season is going to be about. But overall, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not really a person that buys posters this day and age. I do like it, and again, I think it's very cool looking. I feel like that's the one area Power Rangers really never disappoints in, is their posters are really cool looking. They really do a good job on them. So that I think they did another great job here. So I like it, but it's just something I'm not interested in and probably just won't buy just because I'm not a poster person anymore. But then we finally got the release for the opening title / theme song for Dino Fury. Now, there's a lot of mixed reaction here, and I'm kind of in the middle here. I feel like with the trailer slash opening minute slash theme song, I think it's okay. I know there's a large amount of people that don't like it, and I can understand that. And I know there's a large majority who do enjoy it. So I can understand both sides. But for me, I'm in a meh area. I don't really care. For me, when I look at Power Rangers as a franchise, and maybe again, I'm in the minority here, but I don't pay attention to the theme song. Usually, I just fast forward them because I DVR this just because it's on at 8 o'clock, and I like to sleep it on Saturdays because it's like the one day you have off. So whenever I watch it, I usually just fast forward through the theme song. So personally, I'm mad on it. I don't really care. But I understand why people might not like it. And it looks like with the Hasbro era, they're going in this new kind of techno kind of music area that they've never done before, which is interesting. I love music. Again, I'm just not into theme songs for Power Rangers. I've never really been into them. Again, whenever I watch them on Netflix or just watch them at home, I usually just fast forward through the opening titles and theme song just because I don't care. I don't really care for theme songs. As long as the content for the show is good, the characters are good, the story is good, that's what I care about. I don't care about the theme song, and I know people do like it or do care about it and say it gets you hyped for it. Honestly, I don't care. As long as the story and characters are good, I'm down for the show. I don't need to be hyped up for it with some theme song. I don't need any of that. I just need a good story and good characters to keep me going with the TV show. So that's fine. I know we did get a first look at how the opening credits are. Interestingly enough, we didn't get anything for the Green and Black Ranger. Again, I'm assuming that they're going to keep that a secret or whatever, even though we know they're coming. I feel like they're going to kind of keep them hidden until we finally get to see them. I'm assuming in like episode 2, 3, latest episode 4. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. But yeah, I think the trailer, I don't care. I don't really care for it. I mean, it's cool. Do I think it could have been better? Sure. And I know there's arguments about the whole Go-Go Power Rangers in the theme song that everybody's sick and tired of. Now, like I said, I don't care for the trailers, but in that area, I do have to agree. I get it. Go-Go Power Rangers is a huge thing, but we've had 10 years of it in the music. So let's try something different. Let's move away from that. So that's one area where I can agree with all fans where I say get rid of Go-Go Power Rangers in the theme song. It's just overused at this point and just like done to death. So just do something different. And I know people might argue that's like a fan staple of this series, but I don't think that is one of the fan staples of the series. I think it's just something that is there in certain areas, but definitely doesn't need to be there. But overall, I think it was cool. We did, like I said, get some cool sneak peeks at the show, but nothing too big and exciting. We did see Doom Tower in there. We saw some things of Zato, like on a dinosaur and warrior armor, and we saw look at Void Knight. Nothing else really there. Definitely excited. It wasn't something that got me hyped for the show, but definitely something I was interested to see. But again, I'm not a huge trailer person or theme song person, so again, I don't care. But let me know your thoughts and opinions about the opening credits / theme song in the comment section down below. So yeah, guys, those are all my thoughts and opinions regarding everything we got information on in regards to Hasbro's Fan First Friday, in regards to Power Rangers. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon there to miss more Power Rangers news from me moving forward. And you go follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is linked in the About section on my YouTube channel. As always, I've been Vision Hero Boy Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.